So to build kind of on this topic of courage, last night we were talking actually, and you had brought up an idea regarding if you are elected president in 2028 and you ever had a situation where you had to send troops into war or into battle, and you said you would want to be the first one to cross into the enemy territory.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to elaborate on that.
I said to myself, if I become the 48th president of the United States of America, and let's say, hypothetically, we are in a war situation. Now, I'll say this. I believe in peace through strength. I strongly believe in peace through strength. I think that's very important. And I've studied peace through strength in a really, really strong way over the last few months from President Donald J. Trump. And so I said to myself, look, we want to keep the peace in America and we want to keep the peace in the world. But, if the American interests are being hampered and the last resort, I call it, is we have to go to war. And so hypothetically, I'm saying, let's say we are in a war situation. I don't want it, but I'm ready for it if it has to be done, right?
Yes.
Assuming I'm the 40th president of the United States of America. And I said to myself, I don't want to be this president who is just giving orders from the White House and asking our brave police, sheriffs, ICE, military, veterans, firefighters, first responders to go to war and risk their lives on the battlefield for our country. I said, I want to be leading that charge, not just from the White House, but on the front lines as well. And so I'm saying this, if this war situation happens with me as the 48th president of the United States of America, I will be in the first fighter jet. I want to be, usually there's like two pilots.
Cockpits.
Two cockpits in the same plane.
Yes.
I want to be in the first of those two pilot seats in the cockpit of the fighter plane, and I won't be able to fly the plane. Hopefully the other pilot will be flying the plane, but I will be in that plane, and the first plane that enters into enemy territory will be with me in it. I will be in that plane as the 40th president of the United States of America, and I will want to fire the first bullet. And I think it'll be a tremendous achievement for our great military, army, for our great fighters in America, American fighters. In that moment, it'll be a tremendous morale booster for them.
Yes.
Because they'll be like, okay, here's a guy, the 40th president of the United States of America, Gary Barve, who is not just, picking up the phone and saying, all right, we are at war, attack whatever country, whatever the situation is. He's actually risking his life on the battlefield. And I think it'll be a tremendous morale booster for our military. And if I die in the process, I die in the process. That's okay. But I think it'll be a tremendous morale booster for our great military. And so that's something that I will be completely willing to do. In fact, I will push for it. Even if the military says, Mr. President, we're not going to allow you to do this, I'm going to say, well, I want to do this and I'm going to get it done.
Yes.
Because I think it's the right thing to do. And, President Trump is the same way, I feel, because, like I said, he took a bullet for our country as well. And that's the kind of leader that I want to be. And I think, like I said to you yesterday, Michael, I want to challenge the boundaries of impossibility.
Yes.
And, as President Trump says, impossible, treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Right? That's what he says in his speeches. And so I'm going to use it as motivation. I'm going to challenge the boundaries of impossibility. And I will say this. I genuinely believe, Michael, that Jesus Christ is with me. And that plane, that fighter plane, the first one to enter enemy territory in a hypothetical situation of war, will be the safest plane ever on planet Earth, ever. Because I genuinely believe that Jesus Christ is with me. Jesus Christ is with President Trump. Jesus Christ is with our great American people, and Jesus Christ is with America. And look, I respect all religions. I strongly want to say that. I respect all religions. But I am Christian, and I believe in Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior.
Yes, and me as well.